Hey guys, welcome. We are starting on our journey. I want to say with Shedeur Sanders, but with the Cleveland Browns and their epic saga of the Shedeur Sanders story. Um, I kind of started this on Madden 25 with some modded stuff, some mods that were I added that allowed me to actually start the season with the Browns and have Shedeur Sanders as the quarterback and everything. But now that 26 is out, Madden 26 is out, and I'm kind of curious as to, I'm very curious as to how Shedeur is going to turn out. And I figured while we're doing this, what better way than to take over the Browns, starting as a level one head coach. Uh, that is us, Jonathan Brooks. And that is not how I look, even though he's a couple of shades darker than I am, but and his hair is a lot longer on top, right? Mine is I think shorter on the sides, but not as long up top, and his isn't as nappy as mine. But so we're starting out as a level one head coach. We have a level four offense coordinator, level five defensive coordinator, and but so we were talking about the cap space. So right now we are rolling 42 million over from last year, but with the 61 million in penalties that we have this year, they kind of wash, right? We're still down a net negative of 19 million. So our total spending is 305 on an adjusted cap of 321, giving us a cap space of 16 million, 16.5 million. Having two first round draft picks, we need a larger rookie reserve than most. So you basically about double what most folks are needing to carry. Garrett Garrett's new contract is significant. So you can see a $70 million penalty just to get rid of him, with the biggest penalty being you can see our new rookie, one of our, but you can see Watson being the biggest thing looming over our heads. And you can also see the most money going out. And then you can see next year, $80 million. Yes, I said $80 million is the cap hit next year. So we'll look at the end of the season. If we can't cut him this season, but maybe at the end of this season, we can just say, screw it and cut him. Denzel, man, that's a lot of money. And you can see here, Miles Garrett, 62 million in 2029. So one of the things we could look at dealing Wyatt Teller, right? Or Newsom. I mean, I think Newsom is one of the best young talents, but again, can we afford him after this season? Joe Batonio. Maybe we look again at Hernandez and go ahead and deal Joe Batonio now. We would save $7 million letting him go now. We wouldn't save much money with these two though, not much at all. 4 million with Teller, but might as well keep the line. And that's another thing. We could just roll with Cornelius and just move Teller over into Batonio's spot and go ahead and get something for him now instead of nothing for him later. In Joko, mm, we're paying out the butt for this guy, but Emerson might be someone someone to think about letting go. We got Samuel now. We might be able to part ways with him. Oh, wow, that's tempting. Mm. And they're offering a fourth round. I don't want your receiver. Or do I? You're offering a fourth this year. Can you give me a fifth next year as well? Nice. All right. And then one last thing. Where is he? Oh, I gotta sort. So, oh my goodness, Chris Jenkins. Really? Really? Marvin Mims? Seriously? Seriously? Okay, they just want to get rid of him in a who. You just gave me a receiver, and you want to give me another one. How many people think this is not a legitimate trade? You just picked up. You want to give me Ennis Rakestraw and a third round pick for Joel Petonio. Okay, so of all these, anyone that I actually think is a legitimate offer, Cheeto Bay. Mostert could be because they already have themselves, the heir apparent, the future. Mm, unless they're just trying to get rid of Hobbs. Rakestraw, man, you're trying to dish a rookie. Juwan Jennings, you just gave up one receiver. Mm, I just don't see that. Marvin Mims Jr., man. I just don't. As much as I like that, I wouldn't. And then Chris Jenkins, right? Now the funny part about this is, so as much as I would be like, yeah, let's do this. I know you need offensive line help. Yeah, you probably need offensive line help. So I'd look at you and go, you know what? I know you need offensive line help, but you're not going to get it by giving me your star player, right? Someone is so it's like, what capital, draft capital, do you have that makes this make sense? Tell you what, take their call off. Offer me a four. No, I'll take a fifth and a third next year, along with what you were offering before. And it's a deal. I don't know why that went through, to tell you the truth. And then, yes, I might have undersold our guy. All right, so we have 66 million in cap, and we need one more person. Look, there's Sheriff right there. So why did I go with the third best person on the list? Because that one made more sense. All right, and then let's fix our depth chart real quick here, and then I'll go through and show you what our team is going to look like. Oh, that's right. We got to figure out Cowing. I don't think anybody else changed. So we'll look at positions. I hate when it does it like this. Do you want to take him? Where's Cowing? 5'8", 168. Part of me wants to make Burks the gadget guy. Okay. He is not. Okay. And then slot. Nope. Do you even serve any purpose on this team? Can you even fight for a job? You cannot. Okay. So this is what we got. We got Sanders, we got Ford, Judkins, Sampson, Judy, Burks, Johnson, Tony, Njoku, Conklin, Jenkins, Posick, Teller, and Lucas. Now, when the season next week, though, in the second week, more than likely, Jenkins, we're going to slide him over to left tackle. Give him another shot. And then Hernandez is going to move up. That would put the best 5 on the field, in my opinion. Defense. Our 1 technique, 3 technique, Shoyinka and Garrett on the edges, Ward, Samuel, Newsom, Needham, Koromoa, Baker, Schlesinger, Delpit, and Jenkins. And Williams will get a shot to displace him. Special teams, Carter will start, but I am looking for Burks and Tony to push for returner. And then our specialist, Judkins is our power. Our third down back will still be Ford. Burks will be our gadget guy. Again, until we figure out what this means, our nose tackle will be Davis. Next week, it will be Graham and Hall at the rush defensive tackle and nickel nose tackle. And then you can see Samuel and Koromoa and Baker. Those are our nickel backs and our nickel backers. And then that is our team for right now. So you can see here, we don't have any, just got to go through training camp, and we don't have any major things going on, like interviews for position battles or anything like that. So we'll see what next week brings up. And our preseason schedule. Will be at the Panthers, at the Eagles, and then home against the Rams. So it's going to be very interesting. And so far, that is going to be everything to get started. So, one sec. Okay, guys, we're going to jump into the very first preseason game and see what we got here. Probably not going to play the entire game. Probably look at the first half. That way we can get a chance to see Mason Graham.
The spirit of linebacker Sam Mills lives on in 2 words. And the sounding of the drum reminds every Panther to keep pounding as they get ready for a fight here at Charlotte's Bank of America Stadium. Tonight, we'll see the majority of 2 rosters hit the field in a preseason matchup. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Carolina Panthers.
A lot of preseason. Okay, so we're going to set it up real quick. Go into Super Sim, speed, slow. I wish they did have a coach mode here, right, where we could still call the plays and just let it play out on the field. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump forward to the next quarter.
We're through the warm-ups. Both teams are ready. And we're off and running from Charlotte. Raheem Blackshear now to return. He stopped on the run back of the 27. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. And they're brought out by someone still trying to live up to that #1 pick status from the 2023 draft. Now in his 3rd season from the University of Alabama, it's Bryce Young.
What a tumultuous start to Bryce Young's career. The former #1 pick has about seen it all, Kate, in the NFL. And it's not how you start, it's how you finish. At least that's what he and the Carolina Panthers got to believe. Because the finish to last season was his best football yet.
I still wanted the Cowboys to get him.
At the 35-yard line.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
39-yard line.
Young on the play action.
Oh, man.
Cuts, this is Xavier Leggett. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
That's good for a Carolina.
Marcus reset, ball at the 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
First down, Young.
Oh,
The outside, it's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play.
Mr. Ward.
The first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it, opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make
Right
up
now,
for that miscue.
I don't
and
know
go
where all
get
the
yourself
tuning is
back in
going to
rhythm
go.
and back on script.
Where the sliders should be.
So here come the Browns
But
on
we're
offense,
seeing-
readying for their opening drive. And they're brought out by the
Maybe
rookie who was the
down
talk of the
there.
NFL draft, Brock. First round hype, but didn't go until the 5th round. It's
First
Shedeur
round
Sanders.
You know, Kate, his NFL career didn't get off to the ideal start through the draft process and obviously falling to the 5th round. But seeing him in person a couple times in Colorado, I'll tell you this, he is tough and he is accurate. And those are two attributes that every NFL team wants in their quarterback.
One thing I'm looking for here
Working out of the gun,
is
Sanders.
how well the tuning
Pass
was
line by Traylon Burks. And he's going to get this
By-
up to the 26 before being taken down.
by Madden,
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. They'll come up first and 10.
by EA. Always felt the last couple of iterations.
Here's
Nice.
Judy with the grab.
Hey,
And he will
last
not
couple
get
of
any
iterations,
further, but plenty
the
of
tuning
progress
was always
already.
in favor of the defense and CPU. So the CPU had the better offense and defense. The lines held up better.
You know what I like about that,
They
Kate?
got
I like
pressure
that they're
better.
not coming out
Quarterback's
slow. They're willing to go
deadly
with some looks
accurate.
here. They will
And
give big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Corners held on to everything.
And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Cleveland.
He brings the offense up now for a first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
Now the funny part
Second
is
down now, 7 to go.
Sanders is starting.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
So that's good.
Forward, straight ahead.
Maybe the
Finds space
coaches
for a few yards
understand
that
the
time.
statement.
That tackle made by Princely Umamielen.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Staying on the
terrible
ground,
play.
forward. And he's dropped just short of the
Yeah,
marker,
close.
maybe a yard away.
Close, but
We've got a
terrible
stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason.
Yellen?
So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the
Yellen?
attempt.
Or something like
It's a
that.
36-yard look for him. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. Early momentum with that field goal.
Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Blackshear on the return. Coverage team
Nice.
gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Carolina offense out and ready to go for their second try. They threw the interception on their opening drive, Brock, but that's right from their memory as they head back out now.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? And when you throw that pick early, you've got to flush it. The defense help with that, holding that offense on the other
just
side.
find the wide open receiver.
This offense now some hope as they take the field again.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
That's good for a Panthers first down.
On play action. Here's Young. Throw came out right
Mike
as the
Paul
defense
almost
got
got
to
him.
him. That's an incomplete pass. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Young.
Another one.
First half mistake. He's intercepted again. Denzel Ward makes the play.
To the
He's into
house.
the end zone for a Cleveland pick six. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make the pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Hopkins knocks the extra point through. And the Browns go up 10-zip here in the first.
Panthers nothing.
Now, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it
Okay,
right
if
back here
there's
on the
a third
kickoff
one,
after that pick six.
Then yeah,
As this at the 6.
definitely need to tune down.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line. The Carolina offense headed out now. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. Complete to Tremble. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness
For
from this
more or less
defense.
too small.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
They're running the option, short
There
side.
you go.
And he's caught after a game of about 2. Because Denzel Ward has brought that play to an end. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd.
We get another interception here.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Brought in right side by
No,
McMillan.
get the rookie going off.
Ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Browns pick it up. He's got room
I
to
don't know
roam
if he can
here.
fumble from
They
this
get a little extra
down
on top of that fumble recovery as they take possession. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Oh,
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question
I
the
never trust
offensive
the
guy is
replay.
screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
Take that fumble away. The
because they're
officials
AI
overturn the
generated,
call and
so
say he was
they can
down.
say whatever way they want to.
To the air on first down. Young connects on the crosser. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9
Mr.
on first
McMillan's
down.
going to be an issue.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches.
Inches at the 49-yard line.
Trying to get outside with Hubbard. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Panthers first down.
Throwing out to the left. Cup. And they make this stop. I'm going to say it about the 37-yard
Did he say
line.
cut?
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the Browns 37-yard line.
Young working from the gun. Outright, Leggett makes the grab. And he's got them quite the game here, partner.
Second
As
time
he
they tried
finally
that
brought
play.
to a stop.
He worked this time. First time. The award in it.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
Oh, Mr. Hall.
And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front.
There you go, Mr. Graham.
Typically goes for a whole lot more.
And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Doing push-ups for a good
It's a
play?
loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Young throwing here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Xavier Leggett.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, you Plant was closed.
You know what? In the
That's
comment
the type
section,
of long,
tell me,
sustained drive that takes some
would
of
you
the
be
sturge
okay
out
with
of your opponent. The
AI
only negative
commentary
is that the kicking team was out there for a field
if
goal
they could
and not
figure
an
it out?
extra point. But they do come
I
away
mean,
with 3.
it kind of is
Just
here,
like that,
except
we're back to a one-possession ball
the
game
lines
as the
are all
kickoff
scripted
is
and
away.
recorded, and then AI is picking
He's
which
brought
line
down
is
just
what.
inside the 25. Onto
But
the field comes the Browns offense for the
what
second
if they
time.
figured out how to
And the
make
last drive did end in points.
AI
Not as many as
speak
they
as
wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal
so the
despite
lines would
advancing
be
the football
more
pretty well.
more in
To the
tune
air
with
on
what we're
first
seeing?
down. Sanders. This gets
So it
forward
wouldn't
to around the
seem so
29.
repetitive.
Tackle made by J.C. Horn.
The problem
8 yards
is,
to go. Let's see
it
how
would
they
sound
approach
like
this
AI.
second down. Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders.
Oh, come on, dude.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. That pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Picked up some bad habits in
Sometimes
Colorado.
I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Third and long for him here. Gets it to him on the screen.
Oh,
Pushing it up past the 30. Decent gain here, but short of the first. The Browns looking to punt on fourth down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
I think
The Panther offense headed out to the
they
field.
improved the
And they brought out
return
their
game.
kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point
This looks
instead.
potentially like it's better.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into
Yeah.
all those
Oh,
linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that
Oh,
stop.
God.
By a man, and now he's in the clear. He's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. The Browns on top early. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this.
All right. We're going to back out.
We're ready to go with the second quarter. It's
We're just
Panthers
gonna
football.
double check our lineup.
They're looking at first down here. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for
Stormoa
that
to be
defense
out.
as they send him backwards.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what?
All right, so let's double check the lineups. All right. We don't need Flacco to play unless he has to. Yep, we got Judkins, Hairston. All right, so Tony, Tillman, and Carter with Cowing. Yep, that's how we want them. Bannon, okay. Wait, go back. Yep, all right. Dewan Jones, Zinner, Whippler, Hernandez, and Ivy. All right, Jackson, good. All right. Oquaro. Yep, nope, get out of there. See what I'm talking about? You just start throwing people to the winds. All right. This is going to be interesting. Because what I really want to see is this and this. And, yep, don't need, all right. Sam, Griffith, Bush, all right. Asante. Do I need to see you anymore? Yeah, might as well. Do I have one more corner? I love that they did this. I don't know that it is still, if it's there. Well, I love that they did it, but then I don't if it's not available as a part of when you do the depth chart outside the game. It's ridiculous if it's only available in the game, right? It just okay. And then dun, 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 dun. All right, Tony. Gadget. All right, Dylan Sampson. Yep. Okay. Like we would ever put Devin Bush. What I want to see. All right, Drake Jackson there. I don't need. Put Cam Thomas there, and then McGuire here. And we're gonna come back, and then. Okay. Yep. Yeah. All right. So a rush. Yep. I want him to be Hall. And like that. And then, yeah, Graham. And then Briggs. Okay. And then Bush. And Barnes, with Barnes actually being, yeah. And then Swessinger. Oh, ooh. I already know what Barnes has. Let's get Swessinger in there. All right. And then okay. All right. Super Sim. And then we can jump forward. Actually, today in the game.
We're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, you'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
I don't think they can handle this dude.
To throw, here's Dalton. Isn't holding up. There
It's going to be a long day for Bo.
And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
His name goes on the stat sheet for that sack, but it's the coverage who truly earned it. They go to dime coverage to shut down any type of pass, and everybody in the secondary doing their jobs, tying up the throwing lanes until they could get home to the quarterback and bring him down. That is the epitome of a coverage sack.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
All right.
The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive.
Here's the battle.
They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins.
So that spin move is necessary.
First play set down behind the line.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same.
And it's a sack. They got there to take him down, but there was a reason for that. So we got a flag down. I think that's going to nullify the play.
If you're in the backfield already.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
That was our head coach.
That penalty helps him out. Makes it 2nd and 7. Working from the gun. It's Gabriel. He'll try and run this.
Okay. I ain't mad at that.
Contact sliding down there. That played good enough for a first.
A gain of 14. First down.
First throw for the backup now. He's taken down. The Panthers rush gets home.
That's the way you do it. Blitz the rookie.
Them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Short pass brought in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
3rd and 16.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's
3rd and long. It's Gabriel. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. The Browns are lined up to punt. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers set to take the field. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Carried by Brooks to start the drive. Powering his way forward a bit, give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
The whole thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Oh, my goodness.
Back-to-back passes that should have been
If
intercepted.
that was Ward, it would have been a
Two
pick.
great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for third down. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Just that they don't have anybody to pad it
And
with.
now he's going to call for the fair catch and take it just beyond the 30. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Here's Shudkins to begin the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, they come at you with a capital
Way better than us.
Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
Here's 2nd and 11. Completed over the middle.
Uh-oh.
Rolling into enemy territory. Keeps
Keep
himself
on going,
upright.
Mr. Tillman.
Touchdown, Cleveland!
Is that Tillman?
The Browns take a 13-point lead.
It sure is.
Well, no doubt about it, Brock. That was a route they worked on in practice, and it manifested in a touchdown when the downs counted here.
And no doubt about it, Kate, you grew up watching and celebrating Jerry Rice running that exact route, didn't you?
Yes, sir. You know it. You know it.
He was so good at it. Every receiver could do it some of the time, but Jerry and the best of them, they do it all the time, just like that one right there.
Someone's making
The
a
18
case.
is up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns double their lead to 14. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Kickoff taken at the 3. Escapes a defender. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Carolina about set to go once again offensively. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Running the toss here to Brooks. Breaks through, and he might break away. Very small gain, if anything here, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Rolling left, buying some time. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Old man running.
1st down, ball at the 36.
Good for a Carolina Panther.
Dalton now to throw. Brought in right side by Moore. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. That was Asante Samuel Jr. there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7. They set up the screen. Brooks. That screen snipped down quickly, shut down behind the line. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
That's a situation may have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to
Andy
get that
Dalton.
first down.
Not really known as a
Carolina
runner.
in punt formation. It'll be Sam Martin doing the honors. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Browns getting their offense out there. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Shotgun hands off here for Judkins. A lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
All that's for a loss of deal.
Here's Judkins on second down. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
No gain on the play.
On the ground, Gabriel. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Panthers get going again once more on offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. On first down, here comes Brooks. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback case, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Sending the tight end in motion left. Here's 2nd and 14. Isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. And it's the Panthers with 3rd and very long.
Okay.
Now
I hate
Dalton.
3-man now.
Trying to float that one in, and defenders there for the interception. And the Browns take possession down inside the 30 after the interception. Well, great team defense here. Somebody hit him in there, caused that pass to float on him a bit, and it gave the linebacker time to race in and make the interception.
And you know what team stands for, right? T-E-A-M. Together, everyone achieves more. It took all of them together. Took that rush to impact the quarterback.
Together,
it took that linebacker to deliver on the other end, a critical takeaway.
Back out
Teamwork
now comes the
makes the
Browns
dream work.
offense. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. Here's Judkins.
Finally.
First down. And he'll go down here at the 16. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Starting to look like the momentum shift.
And the Browns first down.
Another game to Judkins. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
16-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Another one for Judkins.
Yeah, that was good.
Whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Judkins headed right.
Did you see?
They go to him again, Brock, and they deny him the line again. That's another loss. This one sets up 4th down. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
37-yard attempt.
I'm not sure about that last play.
So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. From 37 yards in the right hash. The kick by Hopkins is good.
Did you not trust
And
the
that makes
quarterback
this a
to not throw
three-score
him?
game.
Hey, we've all learned enough to look at the numbers through the years and know how important points are going into halftime and coming out of halftime. They accomplished the first task. Now they get a chance to begin the second half with the ball as well.
So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
35-yard line.
He's back to throw. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
Jonathan Brooks
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35.
He'll throw it. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. Kadarius Toney now to return it. Jukes out a one-stop. This makes it up to the 25. The Browns have the football first to start the third, and here comes their offense. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Judkins. Allen continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Gabriel here from the gun.
Oh, dang.
Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a
Another, like,
100%
volleyball.
completion rate from anywhere on the field.
Yeah,
But
spike.
in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Jump off caught by his back. Broke through the tackle.
Almost made it.
He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that first down. They say he's maybe a yard short. Begins his return at the 16. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Throwing here, Dalton. Getting out to his left. He's keeping it.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 3. That pass caught by Renfro. Just before he reaches the marker, he's hit and stopped. They got him at the 29.
3rd down.
Gotta keep this one and go. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain. Well, following that play, we have somebody shaken up. And, man, with so many guys fighting for roster spots, you never want to see someone get hurt. Hopefully they can fix him up quick. 1st and 10 now from the 30. One of the tight ends in motion left. Inside handoff to Brooks. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there.
By Devin Bush. A loss of a yard brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short on the 35.
Jonathan Brooks.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
4 brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing
goodness.
now from the gun. And they get to him again. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
I can't help but watch these games.
So that's where we are going to switch back to fast, and then we're just going to let it just play out to the end of the game. Uh-oh. 2013.
Browns will take this win home with them. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. Seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a well-earned win for the Browns as we say so long from Charlotte.
All right. Yeah, we're going to have to take a look at that. I mean, there were 3 interceptions total. There was one drop. Linebacker one. That was kind of one of those ones where it was right to him. So that wasn't a special play. The second pick by Ward was kind of a standard interception play. One where he went up and undercut Leggett and got that one. We'll see. I'm going to keep looking around to see what sliders people are doing. Maybe play into that a little bit more and then maybe incorporate something else. But I'm also going to look at what I'm thinking I want to see and what I should see. I am still a little bothered by the trenches. I still feel like the CPU is just a little bit overpowered. My my I It's hard to say because in the first half we did see a couple of run lanes, I thought. Um so I like to see more. Now, it could be the running back and it could be that our second team offensive line is just crap. And if that is the case, then that's on us. And then, we can't complain about the CPU defensive line just looking that much better. Our defensive line, we knew that Graham and Hall were going to be head and shoulders above the second team line. So that wasn't surprising at all. So I'm not mad at that. Other than that, I'm not overly or worried yet about some certain disparity. I did tweak down the CPU quarterback a little bit. As far as that, throwing accuracy there. So one of the things that I had seen already in just some previous play was that the CPU quarterback was just spot on accurate. And for some reason, they can't seem to tone that down. They can have no problem making us inaccurate as all get up. But they have no problem. Oh, shoot. Already 1 to 3 weeks? That's interesting. So it's 1 to 3 weeks. He's out. So, but it's an upper arm fracture. I like the thing there. He's not out long enough to be put on IR, though, in my opinion. We just won't have him for the next couple Real quick here, what message we got? We'll be without Marcus Williams, an upper arm fracture. We'll take him out 2 weeks at least. Let me know if any roster moves are needed. Close. All right. So, guys, that is our first week of preseason with the Browns. Okay, we can already see right there Marcus Williams will be out for the next couple of weeks. We still have Jenkins and KZ at free safety. So, not worried yet. We did take the first game. Sanders only got 1 quarter. Next game he'll have 2, and then the third game he'll have 3. So we'll get a good look at him in the preseason and see how the team shapes up around him. I think the two receiver additions that we did make were very much needed. I like our linebacker core as it is now. Defensive line is looking pretty good, I think. I am concerned about our offensive line and their ability to open up the holes. So we're going to want to see that. And right now, again, as far as sliders, gameplay sliders, I haven't changed anything, have I? I'm going to go in and look at these. So, oh man, these were straight up just out of the box. No, I set the normal ones. Watch, import custom sliders. See, that's what I thought was happening there. And then you can see I tweaked down the quarterback accuracy, tweaked down the receiver catching, interceptions for the CPU. I don't trust it one bit. Tweaked up the field goal power. I did tweak up players. Well, I want to. Obviously, we didn't see that. Player speed threshold, a little bit of a tweak up. I didn't mess with any of the last year's iteration. Really was disappointing, especially when you had to modify these sliders to actually get the game to play correctly. So I am looking forward to seeing what people are saying out there as far as that. I did tweak up the offensive quarterback accuracy, pass blocking, ball security. I tweaked up on both sides, just not as much for the CPU as that. And this is just remnant of how it was last year. You tweak this up, the ball carriers react better and play, did more moves. Tweaked up the pass coverage because last year it was much weaker for the player control team than it was the CPU. Like I said, tweaked down interceptions. Did not tweak down interceptions for player control. Still, though, again, this is just me right off the bat, out the box, based on just a couple of games that I've witnessed so far, saying, okay, I want to tweak this up, tweak this down, and everything. We didn't, unfortunately, I didn't realize it wasn't implemented for that particular game. So that game was pretty much straight out the box, just boom, you know. So we'll see what the next game looks like. And who knows, there may be changes after that. Also, XP sliders, have not messed with them. Generally, what I do is leave everything. I don't mess with this right here, but what I do is I say here, your first 2 years, I do tweak that up. And then if you notice, what I'm doing is I'm going in 2-year increments. And then by the time you hit 30, it's just straight. And then as soon as you hit 31, we're going to go down. We're going to go down 2, now 3, now, 4, and then boom. 35 and older, right? Regression rates, quarterbacks, we're going to bump them. We're going to knock them. We're going to bump them 1. Fullbacks, we're going to bump them down. Tackles, guards, centers, they stay forever. Defensive ends, up, down, down, leave them up, down, down, kickers. And then basically, I don't mess with you until you hit over 30, and then your regression rate goes up. Like that. So I don't mess with anything as far as position wise. I'm just leaving you to get your experience, right? But your age is going to dictate what the calculation is going to be. So this is just straight one, just whatever. And then your age. Brand new, it's gonna boost you big time. And then as you go along, it's gonna fall off, fall off, fall off. And then here by position is where the regression is gonna be different. Now, would I want to take the time to do this experience by position? And my feeling is, I could, but it just puts everybody on the same flat playing field, right? Why am I bumping the quarterback down, right? Because he's playing quarterback. What, they don't learn as much as halfbacks do, or are tight ends faster learners than receivers, right? Or is that vice versa, right? So I'm not going to play that game. I'm just going to say we're all going to learn the same, and then our age is going to impact how much we're able to learn, right? Just like child, as a child, you're able to learn way more than you can as an adult. And then your regression, because of the position you play, takes its wear and tear on the body. That's what's going to cause you to regress more or less. It's the wear and tear on the body because of the position. I'm not going to begrudge you your ability to learn because of the wear and tear, right? But your regression is going to be because, and then, just linemen last forever. So, not defensive linemen. Well, sometimes they do too. Defensive tackles do play forever. Defensive ends, they start falling off a cliff. Only one that I know of that lasted forever, two of them, Peppers and then Brendan Graham. Right, those are only two that I know just never seem to age at all, especially Peppers. Okay, so that will be that, and then again, I just want to advance the week real quick here. If there was a way to give myself more experience, up my experience, that would be great. No new unlocks. Okay, fine. And then you can see we got players upgrade. We got an interview coming up, and yeah. And then I do want to show you this real quick. You can see the weekly strategy screen. We couldn't see that last week, but it has changed. Is not exactly where I want it to be. Me personally, and then here we're going to go back to mouse and keyboard here. So I don't mind these little extras here, right? So this one here, cool under pressure, defensive coordinator is, so this is staff abilities, right? They come up here. You can see these don't unlock yet. We have play sheets. We don't have very many. I think we have like one. And then trainer abilities, right? Our trainer's level 10, but that helps with as far as reducing the impact of wear and tear because of and everything. Great. I love that. And then for me, I don't think there's any way to say I have to confirm the loadout in advance. Um, and then, but what I would love to see here, right, is in the game, I can go in and then select drop downs to change my zones, change uh, my receiver lineup, my coverage, my things like that. I would love to see that here. Put that in. That would just totally change what your weekly strategy and everything is. This, you kind of, to me, you're losing the point. The reason why people didn't like the weekly strategy before, because it was too gamey, too, you just got negatives and, bonuses for this and then negatives for that, based on what you chose and whatever you were choosing. Some of the options that it was telling you to choose didn't make sense depending, based on your opponent. Here, I mean, granted, yes, your staff abilities can come in and play, and great, great, whoop de doo. But truly, my strategy screen should just be that. I should be able to say, all right, I'm about to face Kyler Murray next week. Not saying we are. As a matter of fact, we're going to be facing Jalen Hurts, okay, and Saquon Barkley, right? So, do I want to spy Jalen Hurts? I should be able to select it here, not have to go in game and then select it, and then for it only lasts for one series, and I have to keep going back and telling it to do it over and over again. It doesn't last throughout the entire game, and so it's like, are we going to spy him? Who are we going to spy him with, or are we going to spy him with a position as opposed to a player? And then also, how I'm matching up with the receivers, right? And then how are we dealing with Saquon? Are we going to really concentrate on the run on Saquon, focus on him? We stop Saquon, and then we just live and die by whatever happens. So those are things in the game plan. If we're going to play zone, can I want to be able to control, like going in. Here's basically my base. This is what we're starting with, right? Here are my drops, my zones, all those are going to be this amount. And then in game, I can tweak it up or down, depending on what's happened. But let me set it here, right? And then if I got a spy, if I need to get rid of the spy or change it out, or Jalen gets hurt and a different quarterback comes in and I no longer need the spy, okay, well, we'll take it out, right? And then we can change up our defensive line too, because the line is not going to be sitting there, trying to spy and, contain. It may be a full on rush now, right? So again, let me set up my base here in this screen going into the week, right? Going into the game, and then I'll be able to tweak it as I see fit or let it play out the way it's supposed to. But if I can't do that, and then say we sim the game, it ain't doing it in sim. Sim's just going to sim the game and do whatever. So that would really make this strategy screen pop and be worthwhile. Because this, right, like I said, this is all fluff and just gamey stuff. It's not, you know what I mean? It doesn't really do a whole lot for me. Okay, so yeah, I can, yeah. Let me strategize. Let me also say, okay, we're going to focus on the run. I want to run and I want to run 60% of the time, 70%, Let me say that, we're going to focus, then what is my first down strategy going to be? What is my strategy for second down, third and longs, third and shorts, you know, and then have the play calling reflect that strategy in game. So those are the things, to me, those are the additions that would really make sense here and make it better than this. So just saying. Okay. All right. So, guys, remember, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see how Mr. Sanders, if Mr. Sanders is able to revive the Browns and make them a team of contention. or a contender. Because a team of contention might not be a contending team. All right, guys. Thanks again. Appreciate you. Peace.